Welcome to Akhand Vidyashram, the first institute of impeccable wisdom, the walking, talking encyclopedia. Stomach, the start of protein digestion. My mission, the impeccable wisdom, knowing which everything is fully known. My greatest discovery, Divyank, the divine design of nature, with which the perfect objects are designed and created. Divyank, the reward of 60 years of integrated education. Impeccable wisdom is enlightening, and integrated knowledge is empowering. Digestive system. We have started now at the digestive system, and the prime function of digestive system is a continuous supply of water, nutrients, electrolytes, and other vital elements for integrated homeostasis and perfect integrated health. Ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation, and defecation are the 5 different aspects of digestive system, and that's it to start. Digestion of the system. Let's start a new element which I have not talked about the last one. There are 3 different kinds of animals I can think of who make a real difference as far as the diet is concerned. Carnivores, lions, cats with 4 paws. Their prime food is meat, large mouth, small incisors, long canines, sharp molars, lower jaw, no grinding, swelling plus acidic saliva, alkaline acidic stomach, intestine 3 times the body size, no cellular complete digestion can take place, and complete digestion takes place in 2 to 4 hours time. Their intestinal system is just 3 times the size of the body. Second in the line is frugivorous, or we human beings and birds put together. Hands and feet, no 4 legs. Birds and fruits, vegetables, nuts, small mouth, big incisors, small canines, flat molars, mastication plus, saliva plus plus. Alpha amylase, stomach is acidic, intestines are 9 times the size of the body size. No cellular complete digestion, and complete digestion takes place in 12 to 14 or 18 hours. Third in the line is the herbivores, the animals, cows, camels, etc. 4 paws, feet, herb, grass they can eat, small mouth, big flat incisors, small canines, strong molars, mastication, alkaline saliva, alpha amylase, big stomach, intestine 20 times the body size, cellular food can be digested, and complete food digestion takes place 24 to 48 hours. These are 3 different things, and among them, what we are is a frugivorous. We should eat primarily live on fruit, vegetables, and primary vegetarian diet. Canines I have already spoken. Deciduous temporary teeth are 20. Permanent teeth are 32. The ratio is 1 into 6.1804, which is Divyank ratio. And incisors are 1, canine 1, premolar 2, and molar 3. And central incisor right on top are designed with Divyank ratio, and this is what I have already spoken about. Digestion of the salivary gland, which I did not talk so detailed in the last one. So let me bring together parotid glands, sublingual glands, and submaxillary glands. Parotid gland is by glossopharyngeal nerve, and the mode of secretion is 25 protein-rich proteins, glycoproteins, lysozyme, AGA, electrolytes plus, and lacmucin. Sublingual and lingual are more of mucin plus, and their secretion is 70%, mucus, and secretion is 5% in sublingual. That is one part, and as I already spoken about, digestion takes place in the mouth of carbohydrate, which is cooked starch, should be converted into maltose to be converted to glucose to avoid hypoglycemic state. I've already spoken about it. Let's leave it at that. Design of the taste and smell are also designed in such a way that both have an important part. As I've been speaking very clearly about physical health, emotional health, mental health, religious health, social health, and spiritual integrated health. But bringing smell and taste together as two chemical factors, together that are interrelated, so whole picture has been made into one picture. We can see the both to show they play integrated role to make sure that psychology also comes to play a very important role in human digestive system. What kind of food we are taking, that itself can decide how exactly we are going to go about it. So from that angle, this is just continuation of that to add that psychology plays very important role in digestion, and that's it. Science of human stomach is something which I would like to discuss in detail so that you can remember it for the rest of your life completely. Lips, bones, then tongue, esophagus, nasopharynx, oropharynx, and glossopharynx is the beginning part which primarily revolves around motor nervous system playing a role, and thereafter it takes over as involuntary system. Real system starts only when you reach stomach, and then you have the first pacemaker right at the fundus of that. Esophagus, fundus, body, antrum, pylorus, cardiotemporal. This is how the structure is, what I have shown in the beginning. But detailed structure of perfect human anatomy is stomach, largest digestive system, hollow organ, inner gastric mucus layer, gastric layer, submucous layer, blood vessels, oblique muscles, circular muscles, meningeal system, longitudinal muscles, autonomic nervous system, serous muscles, and peritoneum. This is how the things go in anatomy wise from inside to outside. And physiology, prime function, as I told you, it is because the G system, you have a peristaltic movement. What you take from the mouth goes into stomach systematically one by one, automatically, is well designed. As long as that is going like that, there is no problem at all. Now, as far as stomach is concerned, hydrochloric acid is the one which is responsible, and the reason for hydrochloric acid is, first, it is like an antimicrobial agent. Any pathogens which we are ingested along with the food would get killed in the stomach with the help of acidic medium itself. pH is 1.5, immense. And it also required about absorption of breakdown of protein products into the amino acids. That is second part. And absorption of vitamin B12 by the intrinsic factor is equally important. Then pepsinogen gets converted to pepsin. Slow absorption of water, glucose, amino acid also takes place in the stomach. That's one part. And then come to the intestinal structure. Is you have surface structure, then you have gastric pits, then you have mucus layer, then you have gastric layers, then you have meningeal system, circular muscles, meningeal muscles, longitudinal muscles, serous muscles, and peritoneum. This structure makes sure that everything is done. From that angle, now let's add, as I've told you in the beginning, there are three systems in the body which can function also when body can go unconscious, are not in a position to be taken care of. One is GIT, another is heart, then conducting system, and third, of course, is uterus for procreation. Here you have gastric system, pacemaker is in the fundus, and then from there you have serous layer, then submucous layer, meningeal layer, which is primarily associated with the vagus and parasympathetic, vagus nerve and sympathetic nerve, to make sure the balance of digestion, absorption, assimilation, everything is taken care of, and you have no problem. And as for amazing local governing system, which works as a local graded potential, not in acidic medium, what we normally say in sensory system or motor system. Here it is a local. It doesn't become action potential to be converted to the next station and then to neuromuscular junction. So it is one, and this is responsible for contraction of circular muscles. Then longitudinal muscle will make sure that peristaltic movement can go, as you can see right in the middle. Hence, bolus of foot, sensory nervous system, myotonic nervous system, contraction of circular muscle, contraction of longitudinal muscle. Autonomic forward peristaltic movement will make sure that food from mouth is carried to stomach after complete digestion for egg excretion. From that angle, this particular system is very, very important for you to understand how does it work. In the line is the formation of hydrochloric acid, because it's absolutely essential, because in the mouth it is neutral, but here it's acidic. And the picture I've taken is Pearson Education Income, because I found that particular picture is pretty good, can be used with the thankful to them, and the name is very much there. And as you can see, blood supply is carried from the heart to the capillaries to the stomach, and carbon dioxide is taken into the parietal cells. Carbon dioxide plus water put together in the presence of carbonic anhydrase to convert into carbonic acid, which gets broken into bicarbonate and hydrogen. Hydrogen is pushed into the stomach lumen, and potassium goes inside as a sodium potassium ATPA pump. Then hydrogen plus chloride put together become hydrochloric acid, and chloride comes from sodium chloride or chloride content in the blood to the peristaltic movement, to the parietal cells, to the lumen to form hydrochloric acid. And this particular picture is very, very clear without any confusion how these four stages will form hydrochloric acid for three main functions. One, antimicrobial, kill all the microorganisms which have come from outside. So hence result, use of proton-proton pump, peristaltic movement, ranitidine, famotidine should be avoided, because you should find to balance hydrochloric acid normally with food alone. And the second picture also shows how exactly it takes place and done with it. But here also one more factor which I'm going to show you. Sodium is atomic number 11 and chloride is atomic number 17. 17 divided by 11 is almost the ratio of Diviank. Sodium chloride has got 28 protons. Potassium chloride has got 18 protons. 28 by 18 is also close to Diviank. Sodium bicarbonate is 42. 42 divided by sodium bicarbonate by sodium chloride is also into same. All these coincidences are the divine plan. Ki whatever is decided has to have Diviank to be a center around. So from that angle, I would say this is a beautiful example of Diviank playing an important role in formation of hydrochloric acid, breakdown of protein into amino acids, antimicrobial action, and absorption of B12 from myotonic cells in the stomach. Three main objectives are done. So from that angle, now let's move on to the next stage to understand what. As I told you, it has got a fifth level of consciousness of myotonic and mesenteric nervous system. Even when you are unconscious, subconscious, or whatever it is all automatically takes care. This function can go on because your survival would depend upon the amount of water you have, amount of glucose, proteins, and amino acids you have, and fatty acids you have, and amount of other vitamins, minerals, electrolytes which are required to keep your homeostasis perfect. These are automatically taken with the help of myotonic system, which is fifth level, which makes sure that you maintain perfect homeostasis and peristaltic movement completely. But that is further controlled by autonomic nervous system, which has got sympathetic and parasympathetic both. As far as parasympathetic for digestion from mouth and right up to small intestine is by vagus nerve, which is 10th cranial nerve in the medulla oblongata. You can see in the picture very clearly. It is also countered by celiac ganglion, which are solar plexus associated with Usha chakra, Samana prana, to make sure digestion is automatically taken care of. From that angle, I would say this particular system understood, appreciated, and used effectively to make sure that you don't go through different stages. At this particular juncture, let me also add very clearly the prime function of parasympathetic nervous system is digest, conserve energy, and preserve energy for future use. Rest, digest, conserve energy is the prime function of parasympathetic system. So what helps in digestion is actually vagus nerve. But counter is done by sympathetic, and sympathetic should not be come to play a role as far as digestion is concerned. Our rest is concerned, or for that matter, preserving energy for future is concerned. From that angle, this particular picture makes a lot of sense, and I would leave it at that particular stage to go on. This is an important role to make sure that your digestion is resolved. So ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation, excretion automatically is taken care by this. As I told you, Samana prana is for digestion and Apana prana is to throw this out. So Apana and Samana both play an important role with respect to digestion. Another factor which I want to tell you in the beginning itself, now let's make it even clearer with respect to autonomic nervous system, is psychology. Psychology plays very important role, what to eat, what not to eat, what is required, what is not required. If you are in tune with nature, nature itself will tell you this is a time to have glucose, this is a time to have proteins, this is a time to have this is the kind of food required, this is the deficiency, this is not the deficiency. The very moment your body is able to define and you are able to listen and take the appropriate decision, I can assure you will never fall sick. When you go to a hypoglycemic state, low sodium content, your body will ask for sodium. When is a hypoglycemic state, body will ask for water. When is hypoglycemic state, it will ask for glucose. So the very moment you are able to listen, this particular concept is associated with this is this, this is this, this is this, this is this. I can assure you, you are in tune with nature and nature will start unfolding its secret one by one to you over a period and you will be in tune with divine consciousness one by one. So having understood concept of stomach, let's go to the. I have told you here the prime function is to formation of protein from breakdown of protein into protein nodes and then again amino acid to formation of protein. These 10 stages go on within the cell at this particular juncture. DNA strand, RNA strand, mRNA, codon, tRNA, RNA, amino acid, anticodons, peptide bonds, proteins, protein from building blocks, etc. and DNA structure with 10 plus, and all that is made it very clear how it starts unfolding, how transcription takes place, how translation takes place, what is the structure of amino acids, what is amino group, what is acidic group and what is the other group, and how they form different amino acids, different proteins are well explained in this particular thing. And I think from that angle I would say this has been a pretty good job. Last picture, as I told you in the very beginning, you have to understand the human psychology very well. Whatever is deficient, the chakras will make you understand this is a deficiency, this is where it is, this is a deficiency, this is that. Whether it's less or more can be easily understood and explained by the cells of the body itself very clear. But as far as digestive system is concerned, is a one which starts with the mouth, lips, tongue, oropharynx, nasopharynx, and glossopharynx to esophagus, to the stomach, to the duodenum, to small intestine, to the large intestine, to the anus. It moves from top to the bottom. As a peristaltic movement, it should go on step by step without any difficulty at all. Once it is flowing systematically, and Usha chakra, which is associated with celiac plexus, takes place, and apana prana which is connected with Muladhara and Swadhisthana, will make sure the expulsion takes place. You will have no problem whatsoever. As far as possible, please make sure that you don't go through the process of Udana Purana as such. You should be in a position to go to the higher centers of consciousness without suffering from anti-peristaltic movements. If you can do that by keeping perfect acid, not hyperacidic, not irritated, not taking too much of chilies, not alcohol, not smoking, none of those kind of things if you take, I can assure you, you can have a perfectly healthy digestive system without any problem, and you can go on to the higher and higher levels of consciousness without any difficulty whatsoever. And this is the objective of this particular video, to explain the role of spiritual science and understanding of mouth, saliva, to start with, prime function of carbohydrates, particularly digested starch into maltose and glucose, to the mouth where it goes from proteins to amino acid and back to proteins, and thereafter to the stomach from alkaline where digestion of lipids start taking place. We'll not go to that now. Let's leave it at this and say thank you very much. It's been lovely sharing my experiences, and as a result I can tell you today I'm in a perfectly healthy state because I understand the entire system completely and flow with it on my own, one by one. And that's it. So thank you very much. Thank you.